to the legendary Zodiac Stone. We leave for Asia tonight.
Very legible map, just a random image with no direction and no destination. How are you expecting to find the Zodiac Stone with it? The flames won't be able to hold up such a strong waterfall. You're so lucky! Not a single penetration! That's it, he is dead, and we're not gonna see him again. Which therefore means that the whole story about Gru and his connection with Wild Knuckles was just his dream. You guys didn't expect such a turnout, did you? The minions won't be able to stand up behind the Gru like that.
What do you want to be when you grow up? What about you, Gru? Gru?
Me? I want to be a super villain.
No, you don't! I will help you to recall what was your actual dream.
Mom, someday I'm going to go to the moon.
Now you see what I mean, Gru? Gru was holding 3 markers, and after releasing them, the purple one fell on the floor, and the yellow one moved to the edge of the desk. But after that, we see that the yellow marker is on the floor, and there is a pink marker at the edge of the desk now. For some reason, there is absolutely no attention to the yellow creatures at the school zone. What would you guys do if you would see the minions in real life? The year 1976, and the Jaws are shown in theaters, although they were released in 1975. What is also really funny is that minions met up with Gru in 1968, but after 8 years Gru looks the same as back in 1968. How come? Seriously, did you just let him go without paying for a ticket? If you look at the audience, you may notice that many of them are just copied. The gas bomb was launched, but Gru and minions watched the movie and no fire alarm was heard, which means that this theater is not equipped with smoke detectors. Violation of safety rules. And why minions watch the movie without gas mask? As we know, they are sensitive to stinky gases. Impossible. The minion with bunch of toys is way too heavy for this claw. The cheese is flowing, however Gru is not pressing at the button.
Cheese ray! Cheese ray! Cheese ray!
Pointless weapon, your cheese ray, because unlike freeze ray, it doesn't freeze people. The ice cream doesn't look like itself on 2 different images. This man was fully covered with cheese, and now his face is not covered with cheese. The top scoop of Gru's ice cream was initially green, and now it is yellow. The big man in red t-shirt was behind the man in green suit, and now he is right beside him. Also, the people on the bikes were 3 meters away from the window, but here it is clear that they are much closer to the window. Why it's written Mr. Gru? As we know, the Gru's full name is Felonious Gru.
Hello, Mr. Gru. We've received your application to the world's best supervillain team, the Vicious Six. Your interview is tomorrow at noon.
The Vicious Six planned an interview on a certain date, which is tomorrow. And were they really sure that the Gru will take the cassette from the mailbox and listen it exactly today and not a single day later? Imagine if Gru would see this message not today but tomorrow. In that case, he would fail to show up on the interview. The bolts are jumping on the hammer hit, but initially they weren't jumping. Can you screw up slot-headed bolts with a nozzle designed for metal roof screws? Of course you can't!
Help the family!
Fireproof minion!
The Belgian 5-arm nose pick.
I would rather call that the Belgian 5-armed bullshit. Thank you for showing your sweet ass, Gru.
This is it, mum's the word. Keep it down. Good luck. Let 'em have it, son.
Thanks, Mr. Nefario.
That's Dr. Nefario.
This Dr. Nefario looks way too tall for a true Dr. Nefario.
This kid just stole something from the worst villains in the world. When I bring it back to them, they are going to say, we have made a terrible mistake. Please join us, please, Gru. And I will say, yes, I will be the newest member of the Vicious Six.
Are you sure that they will beg you to join their team? You just stole the Zodiac Stone, and the Vicious Six will try to get it back at all costs and take revenge on you, so I don't think that your plan will work. Otto was muddy while sliding on the surface. After flying up, Otto cleaned up.
Did you just trade my future for a pet rock?
Otto, you're such an idiot. How could you fail to follow Gru's order? Congrats, Gru. This chubby minion just ruined everything for ya.
Oh, I hate that guy. I told you guys that you weren't ready for the big leagues, and you have proven me correct. All you do is mess everything up. You do not belong here. You're fired.
Why would you fire all the minions if the only one who messed everything up is Otto? And why Gru didn't take the umbrella? It was right over the entrance. Pigeons have their eyes on either side. They do not face forward.
Oh, not cool, man.
Again, this is impossible. The lollipop is not that sticky to collect small thingies. Okay, they stole hats, but where did they get the aircrew uniform of their size? And what was the point of leaving the terminal and entering it again? And how the hell they were admitted to the aircraft? Oxygen masks drop out automatically when there is a depressurization. They don't drop out by pilot's manual. Chassis is not equipped with function to lift airplane that high. Airplane toilet flushing system is not that strong to suck the entire minion and everything around him. Are you pulling on my leg, or do you seriously think that a chubby minion who is barely moving with his legs on a tricycle ride would overcome motorbike speed? How many more times are you going to do it? If the letter K looks normal at the front side of the house, then it is supposed to look mirrored at the backyard, but on the backyard it looks exactly the same as on the front side. The Chinese New Year is celebrated in winter, but this weather doesn't really look like winter weather.
Hey! You like picking on little guys, huh? I am a master of the ancient Shaolin art of Kung Fu.
Damn, our minions are so fortunate since they're beaten up right beside the old lady who knows the Shaolin art of Kung Fu and who can help them a lot. Premature celebration. This is not physiotherapeutically possible.
My teaching days are over. This is my life now.
My teaching days are over, and so I still keep the dojo with all the equipment.
Hey, soul brother. Where you jetting off to?
Les Paris-Bois, San Francisco.
Frisco! Disco! It's your lucky day, kid. I'm headed up the coast. I could drop you off on the way.
Otto is also way too fortunate since he found the man who has the stone and who can drop Otto in the right place. Also, the helmet that fits Otto's head literally came out of nowhere. If there is a broken wall in the corner, then the pool is on the opposite corner. However, initially there was no pool on the opposite corner. Stuart just kicked the pine cone away, but right after that the cone got closer to the Stuart so that he can poke on it with a stick.
Even the smallest of us are capable of great things. You just dig down deep, find your inner beast,
Oh, now I see what you mean. Of course you can be capable of great things, but the training sessions and hard work are not even needed. Just find your inner beast and you will be unstoppable. Guys, let's be serious and say that this is all bullshit.
And
Now I'm gonna speak for us all when I say we have no idea what the hell this lady is doing with all those impossible tricks.
stop this kick!
This tells us that minions have an adamantium body, which is the fact that I don't believe in, of course.
I actually have a son of my own.
In the movie Despicable Me, on the photo, Vector's dad has curly hair, but in the Minions The Rise of Gru, his hair is straight, though it is the same photo.
Do something! My life is flashing before my eyes.
Such a key theft was not supposed to go unnoticed. And why nobody heard the noise of the safe box opening? During defibrillation, sparks of current are not visible on the human body.
Look what I got!
Hey, not bad. Not bad at all.
And it's also not clear how this picture could possibly fit in this tiny bag.
We're now gonna learn from the old school.
And so you didn't notice that your house is ruined while you were approaching it?
You found the stone, Otto! I'm so proud of you!
The rope of the stone was around Otto's neck, but as Gru takes the stone, the rope somehow leaves Otto's neck. As the villains turn into beasts, their clothes get torn, but the glasses of the nunchuck decided to grow up to fit her snake head. Initially there were no roller skates on the hands of Svengeance, and now they're present.
Why don't we make this a fair fight?
The stone was activated, but the dragon didn't even press on it. Also, it is completely unclear how this zodiac stone works, so that in one case scenario you turn into a big animal and in the other case scenario you turn into a smaller animal.
Find your inner beast!
Looks like minions proven in themselves something, but like I said, just find your inner beast and you will do something incredible. And I don't even know what to say about Stuart, who produced so many eggs and even gave a birth to a minion chicken. When villains are huge animals, they still speak a human language, but when they are rats, they speak rat language for some reason.
Hey, you're gonna be okay, right?
Don't worry about me, kid. I'll be fine.
I don't think so, considering that the dragon breathed fire on you and you fell on hard surface. Really? Nobody noticed that instead of wild knuckles there are bananas in the coffin?
I cannot wait to fake my own death to avoid the authorities.
Shoot for the moon, kid. Shoot for the moon.
The Gru was influenced a lot by Wild Knuckles, however this character was mentioned in none of the movies of Despicable Me franchise. And before we proceed to scene tally, I will leave some comments about this movie. Did I like it? No. It's super awful. Was this movie even needed for us? Pretty much yes. After watching Minions, we were curious about how did they get in touch with Gru and how did Gru become a supervillain. This could be an interesting movie, but as we know, Illumination always follows its principles. Super annoying intro that we always prefer to skip, the new characters that we've never heard of before, and of course the minions themselves that show off their cringe expecting us to laugh. And since kids like it, then this is gonna keep going, but I'm expecting that each time this will be worse and worse. I can't even imagine what to expect from Despicable Me 4, which will be released soon. Comment whether you liked Minions The Rise of Gru or not. Thanks for watching, wish you all the best, bye bye!
Close your yapper!